Hello, my name is Peter Feysa with Conquer Any Fear, and today I am going to share with you my number one tool for influencing and impacting people in this world. It doesn't matter what group you're from, it doesn't matter who you are or who you're trying to impact. If you're trying to impact and influence another human being, this is your tool. If you want to make more sales, if you want to sell your audition, if you want to ask out the guy or girl, if you want to make an impression on whoever, this is the number one tool. As a matter of fact, this tool is so powerful, there's not even a second place. So why is this so powerful, and what am I going to teach you? How am I going to teach you this thing? Well, first of all, let's talk about success in humans. If you're trying to be successful in this life, you have to be successful with humans. That's kind of like a prerequisite, because you have to be able to influence and impact them. If you're trying to communicate with another human being, 7% of communicating is verbal. That means 93% of all communication is nonverbal. So what is this thing? The number one thing that influences people on this earth is your physical state. Now, what do I mean by that? It's who you are energetically and emotionally at every single moment. When there are two or more people in a room and there's rapport between the people, whoever is more energetically certain in that moment is going to naturally influence the other people in that room. They are naturally going to be the leader. And this doesn't happen when you shake hands with somebody and say, "Hi, my name is whatever." It happens the moment you become a blip on their radar. As soon as they see you, you make an impression on their brain, and that's who you are. You're anchored in that moment. And MIT did this experiment, and they said that it takes an additional 17 times to override that first impression. That's why they say you never get a second chance to make a first impression. Now, lastly, what do I really mean by this physical state? Here's an example if you're just confused. Then I'm going to give you the tool. If I was to say there's a person on the other side of this wall, and this person on the other side of this wall is fearful, and they're depressed, and they're sad. Look, I'm just already doing it. Like, what do they look like? They're cocooning, right? They're contracting, and their voice is kind of low, right? And I'm sad. But if I was to say on the other side of this wall, there was a confident person, right? Confident and inspired and excited for life, and they're like ready to kill it. They expand. Their arms are out, their head's high, their voice is loud. And confidence can be measured up here energetically, right? You can measure confidence up here. There's instruments and machines out there that can measure this energy. It's a high energy, it's a high vibration, as opposed to a low vibration. You can measure this as low, like sadness, depression, and fear. So how do you get from here to here? How do you get from here to here to influence other people? How do you get your low energetic state to peak physical state, peak state? Well, I first learned this tool because I was consistently in this state. I wanted to learn how to become a confident public speaker, like you see Tony Robbins, Les Brown, and a lot of other people that I revere. But I was just like here. I was like, why was I given this dream of being a speaker if I'm feeling fear? I'd get on stage literally, and I would get panicky. My hands would start to shake, and I would start to go into this low energetic state, and my influence and impact as a speaker. Side note, if you want to be a speaker, you got to influence people. And if you're in a state of fear, you can't do that. So I learned some tools, and I found this one tool in addition to a few others. But this radically changed my life. I was able to call at a moment's notice my low energy into a high energetic peak state. So what is this tool? I'm going to share with you. If you use this tool, your life will change. Don't take my word for it. Do it and see what happens in your life. And what's this tool? It's called an incantation. An incantation. If you heard me say it before, I'm going to say it till I die because I love this tool, and I'm not going to shut up about it. It works. I do it every day. An incantation, if you've never heard of it, is like an affirmation, which is like a statement, a word, or a mantra, like I'm confident, I'm a leader, I'm successful. You say those words, but it's on steroids, if you will. You don't only say the words out loud with repetition, you also feel it with as much emotional intensity as you can in your body. So you're not only saying the words, you're embodying those words. So here's the technique. Every single morning, I wake up and I'm like tired. It's 4-something in the morning. I'm like, man, I don't feel like doing my incantations. And I set my timer for 5 minutes and I'm like, okay. And I start moving my body because that gets me my low energetic state into a higher energetic state. I just start moving. I'm like, I am a leader. I am confident. And I walk around my apartment and I'm like, I am a leader. I'm starting to wake up. I am confident. And then pretty soon at the end of the 5 minutes, I'm like, I'm a leader. I'm confident. Ah! And I feel it in my body. I'm alive. You can even saying it. I'm feeling the juice. I primed my nervous system. I literally took my energy from a low energetic state to a high energetic state. This is the number one way to influence another human being, to impact another human being, is to increase your energetic state. This is just one way to do it. And it just didn't work for me. I learned it from Tony Robbins. I learned it from my coaches. It's not new, but it's effective. You just got to do it consistently every day. And when you do it, you get your energy up here. This is where our zone of genius is. This is where the magic happens, where we have ideas, where we have influence. This is the 93% of all communication. This is that. This is when we become that tiger. You ever see a tiger is like when they're about to pounce on somebody or somebody or something, and they get this look. And it's like they're living. You can't take your eyes off of them. It's like the same energy when you see people who have charisma. When you shake somebody's hand, you want to make that impression. If you want to make a sale in your life, if you're a salesman, it's not the sales script that's selling it. It's you. It's your physical state. It's who you are energetically and emotionally. If you want to ask somebody out, if you want to make an impression on somebody and you want your romance life to increase, it's not what you say to them. It's who you are at that moment. It's who you are as a teacher. It's who you are as a parent. It's who you are that makes you successful and influences people in this life. A lot of people say, well, I don't have 5 minutes every day. It's a lot. Well, really? For your dreams, it's just 5 minutes. And I guarantee you do it at the beginning of every day, it'll be like a domino effect, right? Imagine the success builds on another success, builds on another success. And by the end of the day, you're changed. Imagine what effect that would have in a year or 5 years. I can tell you from my own experience, I went from a place of being fearful daily, not just on stage, but in life. I wasn't making an impact at all. I was like, hi, my name's Peter, hello. You know, to feeling feeling confident and great and alive. It's a nervous system thing. It's just a trick. It's something we can spark at will when we want. Can't you see how powerful this technique could be in your life? My call to action for you is this. Don't take my word for it. Do it for a month. Do it before that one moment that you have to be energetically certain. Because it's not what you're saying, it's not your script, it's not what you think you need to do, it's who you are that's going to impact and influence this world. My name is Peter Feysa, and I am here to serve and help you. I'm here to tell you to conquer any of your fears. And this is a good way to do that. And make your dreams happen now. If you just saw that video and you liked what you saw and you want to get those videos every single week before anybody else, go to my website at conqueranyfear.com. I'm going to give you free tips, tools, and strategies on how to conquer your fear. Plus, you'll get free weekly videos before anybody else gets them. This is Peter Feysa reminding you to conquer any fear and make your dreams happen now.